Hello and welcome to an all-new adult erotica in comics. You're watching SFun82. I'm Scott. You can call me whatever you would like. Just please hit that like button on the way in, and I would be forever grateful. Today we're talking about a master in erotic comics, a master in erotic art. He goes by the name Milo Manara. Maybe you've heard of him, maybe you haven't. Either way, we're going to be talking about him in this episode, and I hope that you will stick around. Now, my knowledge of Milo Manara is only really of the variants and the work that he did over at Marvel Comics. So I really didn't know a whole lot about Milo previous to today's research. But after learning about him, man, he is an absolute master in erotic arts, in erotic comics. So what a pleasure it is to cover him in today's video. Now, I did want to throw out there for you guys that this week's video is on an artist that is Italian. So a lot of the stuff I had to translate over into English. If for some reason I didn't translate it exactly correctly, I apologize. I did this to the best of my ability, so bear with me. Milo Manara, also known professionally as Milo Manara, was born on September 12th of 1945 in Lucerne, Italy. Lucerne being a small village in South Tyrol. He, even as a boy, would sneak out and run away from home just to see an exhibition of the painter Giorgio de Chirico. For years, he would earn a living assisting sculptors, and he would also study architecture as well as painting. After this is when Milo Manara would make his comic book debut in a series of pocketbooks called Genius from publisher Furio Veneo in 1969, as well as terror magazine Telerompo and French magazines Alterlinus and Charlie Mensuel. And I apologize because I know that I'm butchering these names. I'm doing the best I can. Now, some of his other early work included the sexy pirate Yolanda, alongside screenwriter Francesco Rubino for the publisher Erotica. In 1976, he would create a series titled The Monkey. Here is what it is in Italian, and this would be the first of some of his more ambitious projects. Manara would illustrate 5 episodes of the collection The History of France in Cartoon Strips for the French publisher Leroux. Between 1976 and 1978, he would work on similar educational collections as well in 79 and 80. In 1978, Milo Manara would begin work with Alfredo Costella on the series Abominable Snowman, and he would also begin that same year his work on the series Giuseppe Bergman. This would take place first in legendary author comic magazine To Be Continued by Casterman, and also appeared in Italy in books published by Nuova Frontiera. Now, some other work that Manara did from this time includes a variety of short stories that he did to be included in albums like Appearances Are Deceptive. He would briefly venture into westerns with Four Fingers, the Paperman, on Pilot in 1982, before establishing himself as one of the masters of erotic comics. Manara's clique was notorious for its erotic subject. A woman transforms into a nymphomaniac when a button is pushed. Initially published by Playmen in Italy and Echo the Savannas. Sequels would follow in 91, 94, and 2001. In the years that followed, Manara would produce such works as Butterscotch with 2 volumes, one in 1986 and the other in 1995. Butterscotch would feature a woman named Honey and a sweet-smelling body paint, which makes the wearer invisible. He did Candid Camera in 1988, which was about the explicit adventures of a woman protagonist. Now, through the years, Milo Manara would continue to explore erotic comic themes with an artistic and storytelling expression in a manner considered unique only to him. In the United States, The Ape was published in heavy metal in the early 80s, and Manara received exposure through collabs with artists such as Neil Gaiman. In 2006, he would develop character designs for the animated TV series City Hunters. It was 10 11-minute episodes and blended traditional animation techniques with modern CGI to be broadcast across Latin America on the Fox network throughout 2006 and 2007. In 2009, Manara penciled an X-Men project written by Chris Claremont for Marvel Comics called XMen, Gals on the Run. It was later reprinted in short circulation in English as X-Women. In 2013, he would start to do low print variant covers for Marvel Comics, And in 2014, his erotic spin on Jessica Drew Spider-Woman caused a bit of controversy. It was supposed to be a virgin variant cover for issue 1 of the new Spider-Woman series that was coming out on Marvel Comics. It featured Spider-Woman in her skin-tight suit on all fours with her butt lifted in the air. Once revealed to the public, it was called out, leading Marvel to change the image when it arrived in comic book stores. Later versions would have a trade dress covering her rear end. Now, Manara himself was a little bit surprised by the criticism on the cover, saying that it contained no nudity. He didn't see the problem. The original artwork for this particular cover would go on to sell at auction for $37,000. And if you're a comic collector like I am, you know that most of Manara's covers command high prices, as he is a fantastic artist. Now, Milo Manara has achieved legendary status in the world of comics, art, and erotica. And on top of that, he has also won many awards, including an Eisner Award in 2004 for Best Anthology. And this was during his collab with Neil Gaiman on The Sandman, Endless Nights. Also in 1998, at the Harvey Awards, he was inducted into the Jack Kirby Hall of Fame. Now, when I decided to do these videos, these adult erotica in comics videos, Milo Manara was one of the first names that I added to the list. He is definitely one of those names that pops out there when you're diving into erotic comics. And for good reason. The man is a master at his craft. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope that maybe there was a takeaway from it. I hope that you learned something from this video. If you did, please hit that like button. Please make sure you're subscribed so you'll see any future videos that I do, including the adult erotica and comics videos that I drop every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I hope that you all have a fantastic week, and I will see you next time. Peace.